వక్రతుంట మహాకాయ సూర్యకోటి సమప్రభా నిర్విఘ్నం కురు మే దేవ సర్వకార్యేషు సర్వదా. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. శ్రీమాత్రే నమః. Namaste everyone. In today's session, we are going to review the Nama Lakshya Roma Lata Adharata Sammuneya Madhyama. The entire Nama is one Nama and must be pronounced in full. So far, we have been reviewing the Namas in the Kamaraja Kootam, which is from the neck until the hip. It is worshipped as Kantata Katiparyanta Madhya Koota Swarupini. Kantam, the region of the neck, all the way Katiparyantam, till the region of the hip. That is the Kamaraja Kootam, and Vasinyadi Vak Devatas are giving us the blessings of worshipping each of the namas in this region in the form of Sri Lalitambika. We are going to worship the next nama in Kamaraja Kootam. The nama is Lakshya Roma Lata Adharata Sammuneya Madhyama. In this one, we have to understand when we say Lakshya Roma Lata Adharata. We cannot just say Lata Adharata. Instead, we have to understand it as Lakshya Roma Lata Adharata Sammuneya Madhyama. If we understand it like that, even though we pronounce it as Lakshya Roma Lata Adharata Sammuneya Madhyama, when we want to understand it, we have to say Adharata. Lakshya Roma Lata Adharata Sammuneya Madhyama. That Roma Lata has something as Aadhaaram, and that is the divine hip or the waist region here that is being worshipped in this nama. Let's look at the components in this nama. Lakshya, Roma Lata, Adharata, Sammuneya, Madhyama. So those are the components. Lakshyam. Lakshyam in general means a goal or an aim. Here it means it is noticeable. What is noticeable? Roma Lata, a thin hair of line, the Roma's line, the hairline goes from the Nabi all the way up to the Vakshoruhams, the divine breasts of Sri Lalitambika. So a thin line of hair, that is all is noticeable. Lakshya Roma Lata means the Vasinyadi Vak Devatas are saying we can darshan a thin hairline that's going up. Adharata. Adharam means foundation. So if there is thin hairline, there must be something that is Adharam there. What should we do? Sammuneya. Sammuneya means Ooham. Ooham means to infer. So we have to infer that this Roma Lata has some Adharam, isn't it? Because if you see a creeper or a twine that goes in a tree, a twine cannot, a creeper, a lata, Roma Lata, it cannot just sustain by itself. For it to be there, there needs to be an Aadhaaram of a tree at the back, and hence this twine, the creeper here, the lata, the lata of the leaves, it just goes around, goes on top of it, only keeping tree as Aadhaaram. This creeper can grow like that. Only there we should infer that there must be something here in that region. That is the waist region, right? That is a Sammuneya Madhyama. Madhyama means there must be a central place called waist that must be very slender. So because they are not able to see it, so what they are saying is we can only see that Roma Lata, and that Roma Lata, it exists there. So because there is a Roma Lata, there must be some Aadhaaram. Lakshya Roma Lata Adharata. So we are inferring Sammuneya Madhyama. There must be a hip. Vasinyadi Vak Devatas. They are the Vak Devatas. They are the deities of the speech. They are saying by themselves that they are inferring that there must be a waste. That is the beauty, and that's the auspicious part that they are giving us the blessing of worshipping here. Vasinyadi Vak Devatas are saying they themselves are inferring that there must be a waste because they can only noticeable a thin hairline that is going from here. So they are thinking that, okay, because of this hairline, there must be a Aadhaaram that supports this Roma Lata. So Lakshya Roma Lata Adharata Sammuneya Madhyama. The lata of leaves must have the tree as Adharam if it is growing up like that. There is a Roma Lata, a thin hairline going up. It must have something as Adharam. Hence, we are doing an Ooham. Sammuneya means Ooham. Ooham means inferring that there must be something on which the Roma Lata is present, and that something is called as the divine waist of Sri Lalitambika. In Srimad Ramayana also, in Ayodhya Kanda, Sage Valmiki talks about this concept of very slender waist. When does he talk about that? When Kaikeyi brings the jute clothes, the clothes for that the ascetics wear, right? So she brings out the jute clothes for Sri Rama, Sri Lakshmana, and Sri Sita Mata. Dasaratha is already in great misery seeing his sons going to forest. Now, to add on top of that, what Kaikeyi does is she also gives the ascetic clothes to Sita Mata. Now, Dasaratha fights with Kaikeyi not to compel Sita Mata to wear these ascetic clothes because Sita Mata has always been the crown princess and she has always lived in the palace. She doesn't know anything about, going to forest. And all along, she has been given great care in Janaka's home. So, Dasaratha is really fighting. Why should Sita Mata wear? Why should Sita wear ascetic clothes? The promise that Dasaratha gave was only for Rama. Why? Why? So Dasaratha is going and fighting with Kaikeyi. The promise, but Kaikeyi is taking revenge on Sita Mata also. Nonetheless, Sita Mata gets the ascetic clothes and doesn't even know how to wear it. See, that's the thing. She has been living as a princess, so she doesn't know how to wear these bark kind of clothes. So Sita Mata tries to tie her clothes around her waist and it doesn't stand. It doesn't stand because her waist is so slender that it's slipping. So she's trying and trying. She's trying to wrap and she's not able to wrap the clothes. Valmiki Ramayana says this scene where she's trying that clothes that is given by Kaikeyi and it is not wrapping because her waist is so slender. That aspect of the waist is what is described in this nama. Sammuneya Madhyama. We have to infer that there is a waist because she is wrapping it around something. So there must be a waist. So that is the Ooham we are doing about the Madhyama Bhagam, the central place there, the Kanta Pradesam. So there is also a Tattvartham implied by saying, oh, we can only do a Ooham. The concept of waste not being there to explicitly see, but we have to infer. Why do they say that? Let's try to understand it with an example. For example, we see golden bangle. We see all these bangles. It's very pretty. What is it that we are obviously seeing in the picture? We see that they are very beautiful bangles. Our nama is very similar to this concept. What we are externally seeing. See, now think about this. The bangle is entirely made in gold. Even though gold is there, when somebody shows us this picture or when a jeweler shows this a set of bangles, what will we first see? We will only see, oh, the bangle is very beautiful. The outer design is very beautiful. Oh, I'm really liking it. Those are the things that we will notice, but we will not notice that every inch of it is made and filled with gold, right? Even though it is there, gold can only be inferred. What we externally see is only a bangle. Because it is a golden bangle, we later infer that it is filled with gold. Very similar concept in our nama. Even though there is a waist, we don't explicitly see it because it is so slim. We have to only infer that there is a waist because there is a Roma Lata, thin hairline going up from this navel in that waist area, the Kati Pradesam. The waist feels as if it is non existent. So, the Tattvartham is that we only see our shariram or the outer body. Just like when somebody shows us bangles, we only see the color of it, design of it, all of it. But we do not pay attention that it is filled with gold. Similarly, we miss to contemplate that we are that Atma, what is inside of us. That takes deeper contemplation. So, Adhyatma sadhana is implied in this nama. That's the inference, but not what is explicitly shown out as our shariram, but who we are inside. Who are we really? We are that Atma. That Adhyatma sadhana is the implied meaning in this nama. In Saundarya Lahari, Acharya describes this concept of the slender waist in one of the very beautiful shlokas. Acharya says, निसर्गक्षीणस्य स्तनतटभरेण क्लमजुषो नमन्मूर्ते नारीतिलका सनकैस्तृत्यतैव चिरं ते मध्यस्य त्रुटितटिनी तीरतरुणा समावस्तस्तें नो भवतु कुशलं शैलतनये. Acharya says, Nari Tilaka. Nari means women. Oh Amba, you are the Tilakam, you are the Ratnam, the jewel among all the women. Of all the strees there, you are Nari Tilaka. That's what Acharya starts this shlokam as. She says, Sheenam, your waist is very slender, it's very slim. Nisarga Ksheenasya. It's not that somebody made it like that. It's naturally nisarga kshinasya. It's naturally slender waist. In Samudrika Lakshanam, it is said that a Uttama Stri's waist is naturally slender, naturally very slim. That is the same concept that Acharya is giving us to worship here. Nisarga Kshinasya. Kshina means very slender, as if we cannot even see it. Very thin, slender waist. Nisarga Kshinasya means naturally slender waist. So, if Uttama Samudrika Lakshanam says Uttama Stri's waist is naturally slender, then naturally Devi, only from Devi, even the Samudrika Lakshanam has been written. So it's very obvious. Oh Jagadamba, oh Nari Tilaka, the crown jewel among all the women, your waist is hence naturally very slender. Obviously, it has to be slender because even the Samudrika Lakshanam, they are written based on your divine form. That's what Acharya says. In addition to that, Acharya concludes this shloka with the Upasana Phalan also. Acharya says, Bhavatu kushalam sailadanaye. Bhavatu te madhyaste, madhyabhagam, your waist. Bhavatu, let that bhavatu means let it bring that madhyabhagam. When we do pasana on that, when we meditate on the madhyabhaga, let it bring kushalam. Kushalam means shemam. Let it bring mangalam. Bhavatu kushalam shaila danaye. Acharya tells us that Upasana of Sri Lalitambika's waist is very auspicious and will bring us all the Shemam, all the Parama Mangalam. That is this Nama. As next steps with Acharya's blessings, let's review the next Nama in Sri Lalita Sahasranama. Loka Samasta Shukino Bhavantu. Thank you so much, everyone.